I hope this video reaches as many elected officials as possible, since unfortunately, too many don't seem to be aware of what the people that vote for them face. And today, we're taking a deep dive into the reality of living on $20 an hour in different corners of the United States. A tale of 4 cities: Columbia, South Carolina, Lincoln, Nebraska, Portland, Oregon, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Our mission? To shed light on the everyday struggles of balancing housing, food, utilities, childcare, and insurance costs. This is not just a story of numbers and statistics, but a look into the lives of everyday people, those who make our cities vibrant, our communities alive, and our nation what it is. By understanding their financial hurdles, we can better conceptualize how our policies affect the very lifeblood of our society. If you find this content engaging, please do me a favor and hit that like button, and consider subscribing to this channel for more enlightening discussions. Let's dive into the life of someone making $20 an hour. Now, I know what you're thinking. $20 an hour sounds like a comfortable wage, at least to some. But let's break it down and see how it plays out in real life. A full-time job at $20 an hour, working 40 hours a week, gives you an annual gross income of around $41,600. But we don't get to take all of that home, do we? Uncle Sam needs his share too. So after federal income tax, which averages out to about 12% for this income bracket, state taxes, and those pesky Social Security and Medicare deductions, we're looking at a net income of around $33,000. That's about $2,750 each month. Now, this might still sound like a decent chunk of change, but let's think about where that money has to go each month. There's rent or a mortgage payment, which is often the biggest chunk out of our wallets. Then there's utilities: electricity, water, gas. Don't forget about groceries and other essential household items. And we haven't even touched on transportation yet. There's car payments, car insurance, maintenance, and gas. Or maybe you're using public transportation, which still costs money. Then, suppose you have kids. Childcare costs can be astronomical, often rivaling rent in terms of monthly expenses. And let's not forget about health insurance. Even if you're lucky enough to have employer-sponsored health insurance, you're still paying premiums, and there's always those unexpected medical expenses. So, as you can see, that $20 an hour doesn't stretch quite as far as you might think. It's certainly not leaving much room for savings, let alone any sort of leisure activities or unexpected costs that might crop up. Now that we've established our baseline, let's examine how this income plays out in different cities across the United States. Our first stop is Columbia, South Carolina. This charming southern city, known for its hospitality and warm climate, is a place where many individuals and families call home. But what does it mean to live on $20 an hour in Columbia? Let's start with housing. Columbia's housing market can be both a blessing and a challenge. The median rent for a 2-bedroom apartment is around $1,300 a month. For a person earning $20 an hour, this means dedicating a significant portion of their income towards housing alone. However, compared to other cities, it's still relatively affordable. Moving on to food. Columbia is abundant in local farmers markets and grocery stores, providing access to fresh and nutritious food. The average monthly grocery bill for a family of 4 is estimated at about $600. Again, this is a considerable slice of a $20 an hour budget. Utilities in Columbia, like water, electricity, and gas, average around $170 per month. While this might not seem like a lot, it adds up over time, especially during those hot summer months when the air conditioning is a must. Childcare is another major expense. The average cost of daycare in Columbia is around $800 per month per child. For families with multiple children, this can quickly become the largest monthly expense. Healthcare is a necessity that cannot be overlooked. On average, a Columbia resident can expect to pay around $300 a month for medical insurance. This doesn't even include out-of-pocket costs for prescriptions or unexpected medical expenses. And lastly, let's not forget about car insurance and maintenance. In Columbia, car insurance averages around $1,200 a year, and that's without factoring in regular maintenance and unexpected repairs. For many, a car is essential for commuting to work, running errands, and simply getting around. As we tally up these costs, it becomes clear that living on $20 an hour in Columbia, South Carolina is no easy feat. It requires careful budgeting, sacrifices, and often tough decisions. Balancing the cost of housing, food, utilities, childcare, medical insurance, and car maintenance is a daily reality for many residents. Yet despite these challenges, the people of Colombia persist. They continue to work, to raise their families, and to contribute to their community. They are a testament to the resilience and determination that is characteristic of so many hardworking Americans. As we can see, $20 an hour in Columbia, South Carolina has its own unique implications. Next, we travel to Lincoln, Nebraska. The Cornhusker State's capital offers a different perspective on our journey examining the $20 an hour lifestyle. In Lincoln, the housing market is a mixed bag. Like other cities, it's seen a steady increase in prices over the past few years. Renting a two-bedroom apartment can cost around $1,400 a month on average, a significant portion of a $20 an hour wage. When it comes to food, Nebraska is known for its agriculture, and this is reflected in the cost of groceries. The price of food is slightly below the national average, allowing for a bit of savings in this area. Utilities in Lincoln are also a bit of a bright spot. The average monthly utility bill, including electricity, heating, cooling, water, and garbage, is around $150, which is less than the US average. Childcare, however, is another story. Full-time daycare for one child can cost upwards of $800 a month. This expense can take a significant chunk out of a $20 an hour paycheck, leaving less for other necessities. Medical insurance and car insurance and maintenance also need to be factored into our equation. Health insurance premiums can run about $300 a month, and car-related expenses, including insurance and maintenance, can add another $200 or so to the monthly budget. So what does this mean for someone making $20 an hour in Lincoln, Nebraska? Well, it's a tight squeeze. After taxes, there's not a lot of wiggle room left. It requires careful budgeting and, in many cases, making tough choices on spending. The cost of living in Lincoln, Nebraska presents another set of challenges and advantages. Each city we explore brings a new understanding of what it means to live on a $20 an hour wage. Yet, the common thread is clear. It's not easy, and for many, it's a daily struggle. Let's remember this as we continue our journey. Moving westward, we find ourselves in Portland, Oregon. Here, the verdant Pacific Northwest offers a unique blend of urban and natural beauty. But what does it mean for someone earning $20 per hour? Let's dive into the housing situation first. The city's growth and popularity have caused a surge in housing prices. For a two-bedroom apartment in the city center, expect to pay around $1,800 per month. That's a significant chunk of a 40-hour work week paycheck. Next, let's talk about food. Portland is well known for its food scene, from food trucks to high-end restaurants. However, groceries for a single person can average around $300 a month. Eating out, while tempting given the city's culinary reputation, can quickly drain the wallet. Utilities in Portland are relatively affordable, with the average monthly cost for a small apartment hovering around $150. This includes electricity, heating, cooling, water, and garbage services. Childcare, on the other hand, can be a significant expense. For one child in a full-time daycare, you're looking at over $1,000 per month. Healthcare is another major consideration. Oregon has a state-run healthcare exchange, and premiums can vary significantly. For a single adult, expect to budget at least $250 each month for a basic plan. Lastly, let's discuss transportation. Car insurance rates in Oregon are close to the national average, at around $1,400 per year. However, Portland's public transit system is robust and could be a cost-saving alternative. Add all these expenses up, and it's clear that living comfortably on $20 an hour in Portland is a tricky balancing act. It necessitates strict budgeting, making sacrifices, and finding creative ways to make ends meet. Living on $20 an hour in Portland, Oregon, certainly paints a different picture. It's a city that offers much in terms of culture and natural beauty, but also poses significant financial challenges for the working class. Finally, we journey to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This city, known for its steel, sports, and spirit, has a unique set of challenges and opportunities for those making $20 an hour. Let's start with housing. In Pittsburgh, the average rent for a two-bedroom apartment sits around $1,800 per month. This is lower than in some other cities, but still represents a substantial portion of a $20 an hour income. Next, we look at food. Pittsburgh offers a variety of grocery options, from high-end markets to budget-friendly stores. A sensible grocery budget here could be around $300 per month. Dining out, however, can quickly add up, with the cost of an average restaurant meal sitting at around $20. Utilities in Pittsburgh can vary greatly depending on the season. The harsh winters can lead to high heating costs, but these can be offset by milder summers. On average, you might expect to spend around $180 per month on utilities. Childcare in Pittsburgh can be a significant expense. The average cost of daycare is around $1,000 per month. This is a substantial portion of a $20 an hour wage and can be a major consideration for families. Health insurance is a key consideration as well. On average, a single adult in Pittsburgh might expect to pay around $250 per month for coverage. Lastly, car costs. With Pittsburgh's hilly terrain and snowy winters, maintenance can be higher than in flatter, milder climates. Insurance costs average around $100 per month, while maintenance could add another $120. As we've seen, the cost of living on $20 an hour varies greatly from city to city. Pittsburgh, with its mix of affordable housing and higher childcare costs, highlights the complexities of making ends meet on this wage. Each city presents its own unique challenges and opportunities, reminding us that the struggles faced by working-class individuals and families are as diverse as the cities they call home. As we've traversed these 4 cities, it's clear that a $20 an hour wage can mean very different things depending on where you live. In Columbia, housing might be affordable, but in Portland, it can be a struggle. Lincoln offers reasonable costs for childcare, while in Pittsburgh, medical insurance can put a significant dent in your budget. It's not just about the wage you earn, but where you earn it and what it costs to live there. The differences are significant, and they're worth understanding, especially for our elected officials. They need to be aware of these variations, these realities of American life. It's about understanding the people who vote for them, the challenges they face, the lives they lead. So let's raise our voices together, let's bring these realities to light. Please like this video, share it, and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more insightful content. Let's make sure our elected officials understand the realities of living on $20 an hour across America.